welcome to Titanium Towers Tarot, and today I will be doing a reading for Virgos. Took me a moment there. Alright, so I have pulled your cards. I used the Radleigh Valentine's Fairy Tarot deck for that, and I will mention when it is important for you to utilize your intuition for yourself. And with that being said, my gorgeous Virgos, I'm a Virgo. I don't know which planet, but I know I have Virgo in my chart. Let's get into our cards. Alright, so for the first set, okay, we start off by the Seven of Autumn, which means there is going to be a waiting game. We are going to be waiting for a little while. But why? But why? So the next card, because we have the Seven of Autumn first, and we have the Princess of Autumn, which is studious, responsible, cheerful, and mischievous individual. It says, needing a little push to get going. Yep, I can attest to that. I need a little push to get going. Things are slowly but surely moving in the right direction, but not so quick. Not as quickly as I would like. Not as quickly as most of us would like, right? Then we have the Five of Summer. Now the Five of Summer talks of trust that there is a reason for everything that is happening, that happens. Remove yourself from the negative emotions of others, focusing on that which frightens or worries you. So I guess if you trust that there's a reason for that there's a reason why it's been taking so long, the reason will come up. And it might make more sense to you than just saying, oh, you're lazy, or oh, you just don't want to do it, or something like that. Then you have the Seven of Spring. It's the second seven in this set, right? The Seven of Spring talks of be assertive and don't back down for what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. So basically, if you believe in what you're doing, stand up for yourself. Stand up for the fact that it is taking you a little bit longer. No one understands, because you are aiming for your sun, you're aiming for your happiness, you're aiming for what makes you joyful, what you love to do. That is what you're aiming towards. Don't let other people drive you your efforts into the muck because you're not going as fast as they would like. Now the next card is the Ego card. Now the Ego card talks of the illusion of being trapped. Maybe you're there. Then you have the Prince of Autumn. Now the Prince of Autumn is a very dependable, protective, chivalrous, and humorous individual. It talks of cautious with wise action, meticulous attention to detail, and kindness to others. So be kind to others, even if they are second guessing your motives or second guessing your way of doing. Just let them be, right? Then you have the Nine of Spring. Now the Nine of Spring, alright, talks of protect the fruits of your labor, prepare for possible challenges that lie ahead, environmental conservation. This is what you might, this is what you feel like you need to be doing. You might feel like you need to be doing, so don't worry, it'll pass. Next you have the Eight of Autumn. Now the Eight of Autumn talks of do more research before proceeding. Education in the form of seminars, going back to school, or apprenticeship. Excellent craftsmanship and long-term projects. Maybe one of the reasons why is that you don't feel like you want to. It's not the right timing. You need a little more, a little more studying or a little more being readiness. Then you have the Princess of Summer. Now the Princess of Summer is a gentle, sensitive, kind, inexperienced individual. It says a new relationship or emotional experience. Invitations to social events, a compassionate friend you can share your concerns with. So things are going to look up and things are going to start making more sense, right? Next card you have the Six of Winter. Now the Six of Winter talks of positive changes are on their way, a welcome relief from troubled times, traveling or relocating. Things are definitely moving in the right direction for you. It's great, it's grand. Then for the third set we have the Unity card, which is Taurus. Okay, so you see, Sun card is Leo, Ego, which is a Devil, is Capricorn. You have unity, which is Virgo. Okay, unity, which talks of compare traditional versus new approaches, compare the traditional way of doing things that didn't really work for you and try and find the best one for you. Then you have justice, because at the end of the day, when you compare, you will actually make the right decision for yourself and you will win in the end, right? Win in the end. Then you have the Prince of Summer. Now the Prince of Summer says that falling in love suddenly, being swept off your feet, the need to stay grounded during a very emotional experience. Maybe this thing that you are going to be enamored by, that you will want to join forces with, you will become enamored by it. And so just stay grounded long enough, which I don't think is going to be an issue. You are a Virgo, right? Or you're Earth. So just make sure that you're grounded and you don't let your emotions or your head run away with you. Next, you have the Nine of Autumn. Now that's the Nine of Pentacles. It talks of basically reward yourself for all your hard work, being happily and successfully self-employed, cherishing your time alone. Basically, what other people don't understand is, what other people might not understand is, how is it that you have so much abundance and yet things are moving so slowly, right? Then you have the, well, I mean, at this point, I think that's something that would be more in line with me. So please utilize your intuition in regards to that, what rings true for you. Then you have the Star card. Now the Star card talks of look to the future with hope and optimism, the power of faith to move mountains, happy changes that bring relief from challenging times or troubled times, right? Yeah. Then you have the Ace of Summer. So once you get over this hump of like being weighed down by what other people say, you will definitely begin a new relationship with something. It says open your heart to love, the beginning of a new intimate relationship or the rebirth of a current one, which is great, which will allow you to tap into your 10 of Autumn, which is the 10 of Pentacles, which is material abundance, right? Not only you have the 9, now you have the 10, so it's like a progression. Then you have the World, so not only will you be materially well off, you'll also complete a cycle and you will move on to the next, which is great. Then you have the Awakening card. So with that, when you finish that cycle, alright, you will be able to notice new things, which generally comes when you finish a cycle and you start a new one, which is great. And then you'll celebrate with the 3 of Summer, 3 of Cups, right, that you've made it so far, and then you will be emotionally fulfilled with the 9 of Cups, or 9 of Summer, which is amazing. Now, for the 4th set, you have the Prince of Spring. Now, the Prince of Spring talks of is a charming, self-confident, passionate, and restless individual. Alright, which would be the Knight of Wands in this deck. Talks of immediate action, a challenge you can successfully manage, a passionate relationship. Now, if you don't want a relationship, if you don't want a relationship with someone, it might be a relationship with some project. Okay, then you have the Sun of Winter. So there is a better choice out there for you. You just have to look for it. So don't go with the first thing that pops up in your reality, right? This is the Emperor, so it says use logic and structure to increase your success. Use it, as well as your intuition. Okay, with the Moon. Then you have the King and Queen of Spring, or the Queen and King of Spring, which is a divine union, divine counterparts. So one is the Queen is brilliant, loyal, talented, and friendly, that type of individual. And the King is a very innovative, inspiring, wise, and theatrical individual. So they kind of, one says believe in yourself, the other says a financial windfall.